I'm Kathryn Cook, Executive Director, and I've got some tips for you about bachelorette parties and bridal parties. So, one of the most frequently asked questions is, how is a bachelorette passion party different than a regular passion party? For me, that answer is really simple. There's not any difference. Like, I conduct a bachelorette passion party exactly like I do my traditional party. I show 15 to 20 products. My presentation takes 30 to 40 minutes. Those products are a mixture of, your bath and body, massage, lubrication, and toys. So that part of it for me is exactly the same. I'm still going to conduct the ordering in the private consultation room, all exactly the same. I don't really change my spiel much during my party. There are a couple things, however, that you do need to clarify prior to the party to make sure there aren't any miscommunications. Now, every leader does things just a little bit differently, and again, that's so nice that you have the prerogative to choose to do things how you'd like to. Me, I've always done my bachelorette parties where the bride-to-be earned both the hostess rewards from the party sales and people brought her bridal bucks as well. And we'll talk about bridal bucks more here in just a moment. There are other leaders on the team where they have always given the coordinator, the person who contacted you to set up the passion party, they've given that person the hostess rewards, and the bride-to-be just gets the bridal bucks that people bring to donate. Now, I've always rewarded my coordinators with a discount off of their order because I'm so appreciative of the time and energy they spend to make it a great party, but I'd never thought of giving them the hostess rewards. So again, it's absolutely your choice. You can handle it however you would like. Other things that you do want to clarify is, how does the coordinator expect it to be handled? That is a question that you want to ask. Ask her, who's expected to get the hostess rewards? Are we giving the hostess rewards to the bride? Or are you expecting the hostess rewards? Because that can be a very awkward party situation if you think that the hostess rewards are going to the bride and the coordinator thinks they're going to her. That can be an ugly situation that nobody wants to be in. So it's best that you coordinate that and clarify that ahead of time. The other thing that's a little bit different about bachelorette parties is I offer bridal bucks at my parties. What I do is I actually discourage guests to bring outside gifts. I tell them that bridal bucks will be available at the party. I work with my coordinator to make sure that that message gets to the attendees. I actually do the invitations and Facebook events and all that stuff for bachelorette parties as often as I possibly can. However, the thing that's most important is that you are working with that coordinator to make sure that message is getting across, that everybody understands that the purchases at the party are helping either the bride-to-be or the coordinator, whichever it may be, and that there are no need for outside gifts. And the way I kind of explain that to my coordinator is I said, here's the thing, if somebody's going to go to Cirilla's or Doc John's or something like that and spend $20 on gag gifts, really, the bride's probably not really ever going to use those things. It's money much better spent if they bring that same $20 to the party and donate it to me to give to her in bridal bucks. Then she gets to spend it just like a gift certificate on her order. She gets to pick out $20 worth of goodies that she wants. It's basically just like cash. So that's a great way to handle that. And again, you just want to make sure that you're working closely with your coordinator to make sure that that message is getting across to the guests. Now, you'll have coordinators who say, oh, we've actually all donated money already to either get stuff with you, the consultant, or that they've already all gone in to get the bride some other type of gift. And that's totally fine. You just want to make sure you know that ahead of time so that you know what the guests are expecting, what the coordinator is expecting, what the bride's expecting. Another thing about bachelorette parties, you do want to ask if the bride is aware that there's going to be a passion party and if the bride's ever been to a passion party, because that may also kind of that may change how you handle things a little bit. If it's a surprise for the bride and she's been to a passion party before, you know that you're probably totally golden. Like, she obviously had a great time. She's going to have a great time at the passion party again. If it's a surprise to the bride and she's never been to a passion party before, do your very best to make her feel comfortable, because she's got all of her friends and family sitting there staring at her, expecting her to be a little embarrassed, that kind of thing. Make her feel as at ease as you possibly can. So back to the bridal bucks and that kind of thing. The way that I handle that is I either have the coordinator collect the bridal bucks ahead of time and get the money for those and bring it to me the day of the party, or I mention it actually a couple of times throughout my party presentation as well. I let them know that they've got a bridal bucks certificate in their lap board and they can fill that out, bring it back to me in the ordering room or in the consultation room. And I actually just will tack that on to their order. So if they come back and place an order, I figure it out with the product, the tax, the shipping, all of that. And then if they want to donate $20 on bridal bucks, whatever, I just tack that onto the very bottom. You don't want to charge them shipping and tax on that. But I just tack it onto the bottom. They can write me one check or I'll run the whole thing on their credit card. So that's the way that I handle that. And as far as what you offer as bridal buck certificates, there are a couple different ways to do it. One way that's super easy are the Diva Dollars. These are actually in the Document Center and PassionNet, and you can print these out. You'll notice mine actually put into paint, and I personalized them already with my name and phone number and all of that. And this area is left blank where you can put in like who it's from, how much it's for, that kind of thing. So you can print some of these out and take those with you. And another option, if you don't want to get super fancy, make your own. Like these are ones that I used to use that were on, I think I did them in Microsoft Word. I printed them out on a colored paper and I think I got 4 per page. And these ones were super easy. Again, it's got a line, it's got a little blurb about what exactly the bridal bucks are, how much it's for, and who it's from. And these are my most recent ones. These are ones actually I had made at Vistaprint. I think they're called rack cards. And with these, you've again got the little blurb about what exactly it's going to be used for, a place for the person's name, a place for the amount they've donated. And actually with this one, I have them flip it over and write a little tip or a well wish on the back. Now with all of these, no matter which ones they are, I give these to the bride. Like she gets these, so number one, she can write thank yous if she wants to. And so she has a memory of the people who gave her gifts and that kind of thing. It's really nice, especially the ones that have the well wishes on the back. That's something that she's going to want to keep. She's going to maybe want to scrapbook it. So another way that you can do that is I keep mine with me in the ordering room, and then I give them to her when she comes in to place her order. Another option for you is I've heard that some people use like the little Monopoly money. So they'll buy the like little $5 bills, $10 bills, whatever, and the person will come back and say they want to donate $10 in bridal bucks, and they'll give the hostess like a little bustier bag, or I'm sorry, the bride a little bustier bag to hold on to. They will take the little Monopoly money out after they've placed their order with me and, purchased the bridal bucks. I give them the Monopoly money. They go out and put it in her little bustier bag. So she has a little bustier bag full of Monopoly money when she comes back. That's a super fun idea as well. You could do that with these type of bridal bucks as well. Have them fill it out, bring it back to you. You make a note of it, take payment for it. Then you send them back out with this to put in her little bustier bag. So again, it's kind of a cute keepsake for her. And it's fun. Who doesn't want a little bag of Monopoly money? So a couple tips for you. Something else that you might encounter when it comes to bachelorette parties is the idea of games. Do you play any games? And I've talked about this in another video, but I don't really recommend that you play games. Games per se generally don't make you any money. Actually, what they're going to do is they're going to cost you time, and your time is money. So you can absolutely recommend games for them to do, and a lot of times they'll find games like Cirilla's or Doc John's, but I just ask that they either do those before I arrive or they do them after I leave. Because really, I can cater my presentation and my consultation room time to whatever time slot they want to give me. If they want to give me 2 hours, that's cool. If I want to have an hour, cool, that's fine. I can edit my presentation however I need to so they have time for everything else that they're doing. But I just want to make sure that I'm not spending 30 minutes playing a game that may be super duper fun for them, but it's not helping my business in any way. And I don't really need to be there when they, pin the thing on the hunk or whatever it's called. So, if they ask you for ideas, I'm sure you can absolutely find some for them. But again, just maybe ask that they please do it either before you arrive or after you've left. And that brings me to one final point. You do want to see if there is any type of timeline that you are supposed to be on for the bachelorette party. A lot of times for bachelorette parties, they have an entire evening lined out. So they have like maybe dinner plans, then maybe they're going to have the passion party, and then maybe they're going out afterwards. Or in some cases, maybe they're going to dinner, they're going to have the passion party, and then maybe they're going to have like a stripper or something come in. I've actually personally only had strippers show up like at 2 bachelorette parties, but I do know that it can happen. So that is something that you want to work out with the coordinator ahead of time. What is the expected time frame? What other items are planned for the evening? And so that way if you are expected for the stripper to arrive like at 9 or something, you want to be out of there by 8:30. So you want to make sure that you start your presentation by 6:30 or 7, or cater it to however much time you've got in there. So you just want to make sure that you are not taking so long in your presentation or your consultation room that you're holding up any other plans they might have, whether it be a stripper or going out or a limo. So just keep that in mind. Double check what the timeline is, double check what the expectations are, and have fun. Make your bride feel super special. Make everybody laugh. It's great. Everybody wins. Bachelorette parties are the best type of party because everybody gets fun goodies for themselves. The bride gets free goodies. It's awesome. So if you have any questions about bachelorette parties, feel free to contact me or contact your upline.